Oh, it's that time of the year again. It's Christmas, and the developer of Swordsman VR, Sinn Studio, certainly did deliver a nice Christmas gift. Well, during a live stream on the 22nd of December, they announced something that could be construed as exciting and very good for the Swordsman VR game. Multiplayer. They didn't specify what kind of multiplayer, but they did say multiplayer. I did record the announcement of that, so here's that for a minute, and then I'll be talking about the positives I see with it, and then I will give you some more details from the live stream that they talked about. Just a short bit of it.
We'll give you a kind of high level peek. I gotta be really careful. This is live.
No, no, dude, there's no going back.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do it in one word. We'll just say one word. And then just one word. We'll just do one word. Okay. Let's do it for real. Okay. All right. Here we go. Multiplayer. I'm not joking. This is serious.
Let's go.
You have no idea how serious this is. We're 20. By the way, the stream is like got a 20-second delay, so
I know
let's
it's
just
gonna
wait.
like hit in a second. It's gonna be like,
yeah.
multiplayer. You say?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, these are certainly exciting announcements, even for me, who is not a big PvP fan, because that's what I'm guessing it will be. It could be some kind of co-op, but we'll just have to wait and see for that, but for more details on that. But what I want to focus on right now is what it is mostly about, PvP. And I am somewhat worried about the balance in PvP, but I think it could work quite well. As it would be down to the individual player's skills and not just wander into an enemy with your sword stretch out and head stab something. Now, will head stabs be a one-shot kill? Maybe, but with a player it would be a lot harder to head stab. Maybe. I mean, you can get pretty quick with those swords if you want to. So it could be very hard to head stab one, but it could be very hard to dodge a head stab as well, depending on how you move, you know. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Now this is gonna be very... If in Swordsman VR that's gonna be very literal, because you're gonna sting like a bee, but it's just that the bee sting is gonna be the size of a 3-foot sword. Oh well, it's gonna sting. And if it is PvP, will you be able to play with armor physics on and off, on or off, or will you be able to choose if you want to play with on, and then you will be only be playing with those who have armor physics on, maybe? Will you be able to play with it only off, so you can damage anyone anywhere? Will health regeneration be a thing? Modifiers? I doubt it. Maybe you can do like a one-punch man kind of PvP battle where the first player who punches the other one kills the other one. That's it. Just one punch. The other one is dead. Imagine if both punched each other at the same time. Oh well. I'm also wondering, what about ranged combat? Will armor, or it's not armor, will crossbows and arrows be a thing? Well, crossbows and archery, ranged combat, will that be a thing in PvP? Could that be unbalanced? Because the amount of arrows you can fire in a quick succession in Swordsman VR is quite high. It's not like in Skyrim where you're basically a automatic rifle almost, but semi-auto at least. I mean, you can fire quite quickly in Swordsman VR, especially if it scales. But of course, the amount of arrows would be limited. You can only fire maybe 4 or 5, and then you're out. And using a shield would negate most of that. But arrows can be quite devastating if you know how to aim. And if the other player is not using a shield, they could be in for some trouble. And do you get to choose the weapons before the match, or do you join a match and then choose the weapons? Can you play hand to hand only? Hmm. These are the kinds of details we're gonna have to be waiting for, of course. But the issues I have with it is of course, how balanced this will be. But it is exciting. I hope for some co-op possibilities as well. Co-op against waves of enemies, like big waves, like 5, 6 enemies at a time, or even possibly even more. That would be awesome. In larger arenas, kind of like the training grounds, because that shows really what the developers can do now. With that, training grounds isn't impressive mechanically, but it is impressive in the scale of what they have done, because it is bigger and it's both indoors and outdoors if you compare it to the arenas that they've made. Now, the arenas are big, but the amount of area you can move in with details and actually props are quite limited. But not in the training grounds area. But that is it for me and my opinion on this, actually. I'm excited for it, but here's the rest of the stream for that little period, for that little multiplayer period that I talked about, and I've been Swip92, have a great life, and I hope some future videos. Bye bye.
And I want to put this. I'm gonna go ahead. Go ahead. I'll add to it after.
No. You go. Keep going.
Well, so
Keep going.
I saw some people were guessing this earlier, and they're right. But I want to put this on in perspective real quick, just to give people an idea of just how exciting this is. When we started Sinn Studio, I mean, we've gone through the story with everybody a bunch of times, but there was only 3 of us. And Swordsman actually launched that way in its original format, of course. And over the years, we've done a lot of combat within Swordsman. We've learned a lot, obviously single player, but we've also learned a lot about how to do combat and what not to do. And now we're at 30 people, not 3. And in the new year, we're going to be 45 people. And so we're talking about not, 3 guys in their bedrooms making swordsmen. We're talking about 45 people focusing on multiplayer combat. This is like multi-million-dollar projects. Like we're talking about huge focus on combat, huge focus on multiplayer. Yeah, we'll get into the details of like what we mean by multiplayer, but I don't think any of you are going to be disappointed. Yeah. No, sorry. Next year. We'll get into details next year.
That's good.
Gonna say, man, turn that tap off now.
I do see that Zim is in the chat.
Zim? Oh, Zim's here. Let's go.
Oh, nice. What up, Zim?
Hey,
Don't
Zim.
say a word. Do not say a word.
Why?
Like, the last thing I want to wake up is like on Upload VR. It's like, Sinn Studio is working on multiplayer.
That's exactly what I want.
Yeah, everyone go put it on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
It is what it is at that point.
Listen, people are going to find out in a few weeks
But yeah.
anyways, so it's fine.
Sure.
We'll start talking about it. We'll start doing stuff.
It's super excited.
Huge.
Whew.
Dude, I'm sweating. Like,
Whew.
that's
We've
dope.
never
I'm seeing
talked
so
about it before. This is like
Nah.
the first time we've ever mentioned it, and like it made sense for the end of the year stream for everybody that came out.
Yeah.
To give that more exclusive look.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a
yeah.
lot of excitement in the chat
There
as
it
well,
is.
man. People are hyped. So just like run that through your head, like multiplayer. Do you know how many times, like working in the social side of things, I have read, please add.
I know, it's
multiplayer.
everywhere. It's everywhere.
We want multiplayer.
Everywhere.
You know, Discord. I guarantee if you search the most popular sentence, it would be "We want multiplayer." And yeah, I'm gonna stop because I might accidentally.